Welcome to Titan Talk, February 14th. They announced at the start of the stream that Achilles is on Monday. Flash testing for OB4 is on Tuesday and Wednesday, so that's very exciting. They went over all the bug fixes and so on that they already did, and they decided that instead of doing multiple posts a day on Steam, they're just going to be doing one post a day with the stuff that they fixed every 24 hours. They also did one balance change. They have the scaling on Soul Reaver from 0.5% to 0.25%. Kilgoon has a couple awesome teasers. Everyone knows that we have Artemis and Awilix coming next. Awilix has an all-new visual update, and they're working on a couple items and aspects for LB4. Bancroft's Talon is coming, Thor is getting an aspect, and Baron has an aspect in development as well. They followed up on two questions from the last show. For some console players in Savage Plus, they're upset that they can't use two inputs to be binded to the same command in Smite 2. It turns out that it is a difficult thing to make for console, and it's challenging for them to implement it, so it will be a ways out. You can do it on PC, but console inputs are different and more difficult. The other one was people wanting to split, jump, and interact. It seems like they have an easier path to get to that than they thought initially. It won't be in the next update, but it should be coming soon. Someone asked, why did you change Bunny Nuwa? Isn't the point of the classic skins to add the skin 1-to-1? Bunny Nuwa was technically a classic skin, but as a Divine Legacy reward, Divine Legacy rewards were intentionally modified in a way that is different from Smite 1. So they wanted to add something, make it a little different for the Divine Legacy rewards. Future true classic skins won't be changed much or at all. Some cross-gen skins that are lackluster, like the Demon Mercury skin, may get changes coming into Smite 2, minor ones, but made better. Any plans for 5-man ranked queues again? Not immediately. It leads to a lot of matchmaking issues. This part's from me, but I assume that if we get a large enough player base, it could be possible. Would you ever allow a lobby where you can jump into a game to replace a player that disconnected or rage quit? Technically they could do it, but historically people DC when it's a losing game, and people don't like getting put into games that they're meant to lose. It would be more often than not put people in a bad situation. Also, here's a reminder that if you play 5 games of Smite 2, you'll get the Candy Love Hard Jump stamp until the 17th. People are very interested in the Brazilian gods, and they also discussed internally about Brazilian gods and many others. Somebody posted fan art, and they ended up adding it to their mood board of all the god ideas they have. General profile settings for cosmetics like jump stance, card borders, etc. need to be fixed and will be added, so you can just go in and click equip all button, so you have it equipped to everything. Are we getting a battle pass? The Wandering Market is the battle pass. It's funny that somebody asked that. Console store is still not feeling great. They're aware. Kilgoon apparently made an 8-page long document about things that they need to fix about the item shop. Like, if he clicks on the consumable slot, they need to be able to open all the consumables for him to buy. Same thing with the relics, same thing with the starter items. Basically, Kilgoon is just as frustrated with the item shop as everyone else. The devs play the game very much. Why do we still have a place award for teleport Veggia's voice line? They have it recorded for everyone, and they just didn't remove it. They hinted at maybe a teleport comes back in a very, unserious fashion. They're mostly joking about it, but, maybe. Potential LFG feature in Smite 2. No plans at this time, but other things are prioritized, but it is something they could do. They did suggest that you check out the Smite Discord if you want to find a group to play with. Plans for any new systems/personalization things aside from just skins? There are. It's likely that it's not going to be the next update, but music packs are coming back pretty soon. They're going to be porting the ones over from Smite 1 that they have the rights to do. They're talking about other ways for us to support the games, like optional cosmetics that they can put in sooner. Any chance for making the lane more wide in Assault? We know it's not the greatest, but they're having a conversation about the Assault map, and the current Assault map is just supposed to be the alpha version of Assault. Announcer packs coming soon? They're looking into it. They're a bit more work than music packs, but they're going to ask the devs about it. Is there an item/some way to get the old school blink back? Somebody asked about. It's an interesting option for an alternate relic choice, but Kilgoon thinks that theoretically that we don't want to have 20 relic choices in the future. People asked about adventures. It's something they'd like to do in the future, but it's that's something that will be so far beyond beta. Jump stamps are revealed in Fog of War, so they'll be fixing that. Easier way to add friends after a match. They said it's probably pretty easy to add an add friend button in the post game, so they think they'll be able to add it. Did we have a reminder in the store for when Vulcan mods are available for purchase? Kilgoon said that he understands his pain, and he said that needs to be a much clearer indicator if you forgot. It's not obvious enough for sure. Glyphs and Tiki buffs. Kilgoon thinks that they want to take things that work very well from Smite 1 and put it into Smite 2. He thinks the Tiki system is really fun for the most hardcore players, but it makes the game harder for mid-core and new players. Hardcore players love the Tikis, but they want to pursue different ways to spice up the map. Glyphs are basically just tier 4 items, and right now he just wants to add more tier 3 items to the game. Sometime in the future we can talk about tier 4 items, but right now they're just missing a lot of item options and active item options. Updates on the tank situation? They're experimenting with fixes internally right now. Not sure if it'll be an OB4, but they're being experimented with. Add a setting to auto-buy wards when you go back to base. Kilgoon pitched an idea that you get a free ward every time you go back to base, but people didn't like that idea. There are a lot of things they could be doing to make buying wards more obvious, and something you should do. Tier 5 skin for Smite 2? No update right now. They're focused on gods and easier to make skins. They do have tier 5 Smite 2 skin concepts, but not in the process of making them. Any skin spoilers? There's quite a few skins in OB4, and this next update has chests coming as well. Looks like, in terms of classic skins, Foxy Amaterasu, Baron Frostchild Ymir, Loroku Hercules, and in terms of cross-gen, they have Summerfun Medusa, Hellforge Thor, Little Bites Sobex, Nanomancer Baron Samdi, and Bossman Danzaboru for the Divine Legacy reward. Why does framerate die on console when selecting a skin in the match lobby? Many specific skins have this issue. It's a known issue, and they've been looking into it a little bit. It's something about the specific scene for some reason. If you look at them in-game or in the God tab, it doesn't lag. But specifically, it's about something about loading those skins in God Select. Have you thought about exploring any Smite 2 crossovers? They've thought about it for sure. No updates yet, aside from the Lord of the Rings crossover that they already had. They've had conversations with people, and they're going to be doing it in the future, probably. Someone asked to lower the overall lethality in the games. There were conversations about lethality overall today in the office, which is funny. They want more feedback about how you feel about the time to kill and specifics about it, when time to kill is too short, too long, and etc. It's a nuanced discussion, but they did reiterate that they will never bring back 9.5. Update on being able to move with the T screen up on console. They said that they'd look into it, but it seems like you need to enable a setting that says movement while in menus. Also doing surveys for a small amount of diamonds. Kilgoon said that it was kind of janky back then, so he doesn't think so. Any chance of Smite 1 Battle Pass and music songs going on Spotify? And Isaiah said that he would talk to the people that he needs to see about that. Can we get map pings to be visible in-game? They are visible in-game. Somebody asked for an Alani check. Pink Slush for Isaiah and Cherry Twist for Kilgoon. Very important information. Are the teleporters in Conquest likely to stay? They like the idea of the teleporters. Maybe not the exact implementation. It does have pros and cons, and they'll stick to it around. They'll stick around for a little bit. Maybe they need to add more cost to using them, but they're relatively happy to where they are right now. Someone mentioned Pool Party Jingwei, and she is in the pipeline. No ETA on God Builder still. It's still in the horizon and in active development. They're talking about if there are ways of getting smaller versions of this feature to us and then add the full thing later. It's been a while since we've got a God with unique scaling, someone mentioned, and they said they haven't had the right opportunity to use it lately, but it will certainly happen in the future. Do we need to buy music packs when they move over? Yes, you will, but you can get them with Legacy Gems. Will Titans get more love? It's something they can consider. New moves / voice lines for Titans and stuff. Killing Titans is a little different than killing Fire Giant, where killing Titan is more like you're fighting the team defending the Titan rather than a team fighting the Fire Giant. Having to do a team fight with NPC abilities going all over the place might be a bit too much. Isaiah has a special announcement. They showed off a sneak peeks of Awilix's remodel. Here it is. And I think it looks really good, but so does Suku. They revealed Suku, and Suku I think looks really cool. Why does Capri's 2 only shred physical protections? They said they'd add a note and discuss it with the team. Probably because it would apply to his own 2 and make his 2 do like a lot of damage, but you know, I don't know. Any chance we can get a jungle camp leashing back, or get jungle camp leashing back? Well, it's fun to leash jungle camps. It contributed to a lot of pacing problems and role individuality in Smite 1. Junglers in particular didn't really have a jungle to jungle in, and they just became laners or like weird roamers. They want to make it less optimal to just group the entire jungle and one-shot it. The issue was if you didn't group the entire jungle together and clear the camps all at once, you'd fall behind in so much farm, and they didn't want to make a lose condition for new players in the first few seconds of the game, and Kilgun said it's not good for the long-term health of the game to do that. Match of the day. They've done some match of the day stuff in the background, and it may happen soon, whatever that means. Can we add an option to preview voice packs in the God menu? Probably eventually. Somebody asked Turbo Conquest when? No update. This was more of a what if, and something Kilgun has been championing internally. Do you think audio is a bit overpowered, i.e. hearing people back in the stealth grass? Maybe. Smite 2 has always been a game that you play from sound a lot, but maybe hearing people back in bushes might be too much. Can you spoil a mage coming soon? As of right now, the god after Bari will be a mage, so not going to spoil which one, but closer to Bari's release, they'll talk about the next 10 or so gods coming. Reminder, Monday and Wednesday will be very big for Titan Talks. Tune in if you can spare the time for them. Apparently a lot of cool stuff is going to be announced. When are the Cupid skins coming? Because Cupid is an all-new model, they can't just bring over classic Cupid skins as easily as they do other characters. So it has to be an all-new skin. He has his cross-gen skin coming, like the Court Archer one, but they don't know exactly when it's scheduled to come out, but the Court Archer skin will be the first one to come out. The God tab in-game is missing some features from Smite 1, most notably, you can't see their total stats of their build or damage type. Actually didn't know this was a feature in Smite 1, but they said that they'll look into it. Anyways, that's it for Titan Talk. Too long didn't watch. Thanks for watching. There's a short one today, but I'm sure I'll have my work cut out for me on Monday and Wednesday, so thanks for watching. Tune back in if you need another TTTLDW, and have a good day.